Week 4, we did it. I hope that you did it. I hope that you made it through all of our videos together, or even just a few minutes of each of them. During the whole pandemic, I committed to doing online yoga every single day, and it really turned out to be a huge life changer for me. But those first few months were really hard, and now it's just natural. I can't go a day without my yoga anymore, even though it's all online. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming. Tonight's practice is about healing. So we'll do a Hatha yoga practice, which is a lot of long held poses over a period of time. And then we'll close the practice with a 20-minute yoga Nidra meditation. And if you've never done that before, I'll guide you through it piece by piece, minute by minute. But essentially, it's a lying down meditation. And our hope is to get to that place that we often find in a really good Shavasana, where you feel like you're kind of hovering between a waking and a sleeping state. So that's the game plan for the end of practice. And we'll start with a little bit of grounding and connecting before we get there. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Sit up on a blanket, on a prop, whatever feels good for you, cross-legged or on your heels. And turn your palms to face down. Thumbs and index fingers come to touch. Close your eyes. Take a long, deep breath in through your nose. And a great big breath out through your mouth. 2 more like that. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Good. Let your bottom get really heavy on the floor. And then take your peace fingers of either hand, and place your peace fingers between your eyebrows. So right on your third eye. Take your thumb against one nostril really lightly, and those other 2 fingers graze against the opposite nostril, right? Alternate nostril breathing. Plug your right nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Plug your left nostril. Exhale through your right nostril. Inhale through your right nostril. Plug your right nostril. Exhale through your left nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Plug your left nostril. Exhale through your right nostril. Inhale through your right nostril. Plug your right nostril. Exhale through your left nostril. Inhale left. Plug your left nostril. Exhale through your right nostril. This time, inhale through your right nostril. Plug both nostrils and hold. Exhale through your left nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Plug both nostrils. Hold your breath. Exhale through your right nostril. Inhale through your right nostril. Plug both nostrils. Hold your breath. Exhale through your left nostril. Inhale left. Hold your breath. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold your breath. Exhale left. Can you keep doing this alternate nostril breathing to balance out the yin and the yang sides of your body for 1 more minute on your own? And as you do this, don't let it be or feel too complicated. Just allow yourself to embrace and feel the sensations moving through your body. And even if you don't believe it, could you make believe that this is healing for you? The next time you breathe out through your left nostril, that's the yin side of your body. Next time you breathe out through your left nostril, take a big breath in through both nostrils. Open your mouth wide, exhale. Let everything go. And then think about your body, your intention, your purpose, and find one place on your body that you'd like to heal. One place that you'd like to heal. And it could be physical, like, whoa, I have gut issues. I want to heal my stomach. And then you place your hands on your stomach. But maybe it's your brain. Maybe you're dealing with a lot of anxiety and tension in your mind. So you place your hands on your brain. Maybe you want to heal the way that you hear or listen to others, or the words that you say. Place your hands on your ears or your mouth. Right? So choose one place on your body where you're feeling physical or emotional discomfort, dis-ease, pain, and place your hands there. Right? So one place. I'll choose my shoulders because the little baby I carry around all day and I need to heal the tension in my shoulders. Place your hands somewhere that you need to heal. Close your eyes and at your own pace, take 5 deep breaths. And again, make believe that those breaths could send healing power, healing energy through your hands into that spot on your body, like you're giving yourself Reiki. 5 breaths. Good. And now take your hands to your heart. Take a big breath in through your nose. Blow air out through your mouth. Set the intention to heal that place, that physicality, that emotion, that feeling. Set the intention to heal. We'll sing, or you can listen to Om 3 times. Inhale. Good. Lower your hands down onto your lap. Move your palms out to either side and crawl onto all fours. So come onto all fours. Stack your bones. Stack your shoulders above your wrists, your hips above your knees. And then just start to rock your hips from side to side. Rock your head from side to side. And without going into cat-cow, can you close your eyes and just begin to move in a way that feels therapeutic? So it might look like cat-cow, spinal extension and flexion, but it might be a little more integrative, a little more sensual even. You might catch yourself creating big spinal circles. You might take your body into a position, hold there and breathe. And we'll spend a full minute just moving intuitively from this all fours place. You don't need to do anything in particular, but move in a way that feels good for your body. Give yourself permission to be your own teacher, right? To lead your own way. So once we start practicing yoga more regularly, we begin to cease to need instruction as much as we once did. About 10 more seconds, just moving intuitively. Good, and then come right back to a neutral spine. And lift up one leg. Lift up one leg out to the side like you're a dog about to pee on a fire hydrant and start to create circles with that hip. So by creating circles with the hip, I mean creating circles with your knee that will start to lubricate your hip joint. 3 circles in one direction before you switch to the opposite direction. 3 big circles. The Hatha sequence I'll start this practice in is really devoted to opening through your hips. This is a nice place to start. Drop that first knee, open up the other leg, and take 3 circles in both directions. Big, big circles. If this hurts your arms, you can always come down to your forearms. You're still doing the same action with your head. Good. And after those 3 big circles, take your knees nice and wide and walk your hands back towards your body. So it's like you're in a little child's pose and you're ready to blast off. Ground through your left arm. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, scoop your right arm all the way underneath your left arm and lower your right ear to the floor or to a blanket or a prop. Push the floor away through your left hand. Breathe here for 5 therapeutic breaths. Press into your left hand. Unwrap your right arm. Walk your left hand back and take your right arm all the way up. And then lower your right hand to the floor. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. And exhale, tuck your left arm underneath your right arm. Lower your left ear to the floor. This could be your forehead if that's too much of a stretch for your neck. Now press the floor away with your right hand and let your shoulders settle. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push the floor away with your right hand. Take your left arm all the way up and replace your left hand to the floor. If you used a prop, move your prop out to the side. Walk your hands forward again. Flex your feet. Flex your feet so now your feet look flat towards the wall behind you. Pop up from your belly button. So your belly button starts to hug in towards your spine. Push your palms into the floor. Lift all the way up and back into a downward facing dog. And when you get there, bend into your right knee. Press equally through both arms, looping your shoulder blades back. So you feel your shoulder blades squish towards one another. Push down through your right foot and bend into your left. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, press down through your left foot. Now both knees are coming towards straight. And turn both toes to the right, so both heels move to the left. Turn both toes to the right, so both heels move to the left. And then press into your hands, press into your feet, but bend your knees. And you'll start to feel a stretch along the lateral side body. Right into your lower right armpit, your serratus anterior. Press really hard through that right hand. Come back through center. It's like you're skiing and switch, point your toes to the left, your heels to the right, bend into both knees by any amount and just feel that really delightful stretch along your lateral body. Press firm into your left hand, get deeper into that stretch. Rotate your feet back through center. Look forward and walk both feet all the way to the top of your yoga mat. When you get there, press your hands into your shins. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Long, strong spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Interlace your hands behind your head. If you have a ponytail, reach it back. Interlace your hands behind your head. Your thumbs can start to massage the back of your neck here. This is your daily dump. Let go of anything that's distracting you, anything that you don't need. Bend deep into your knees, your belly's flat towards your thighs. Take a big breath in. Exhale with a sigh. Lower your hands, bend deep into your knees. Tuck your chin into your chest and start to come up, but come up ultra slowly. Tuck your chin into your chest. Start to come up really slow. When you get up top, reach your shoulders towards your ears and roll them down your back. 3 big shoulder circles here. Looping your shoulder blades, exaggerate that action. Everything you do is to heal something, switch directions. What if every decision you made, every action you took on and off your yoga mat was designed to heal something? Got it. Come to mountain pose. Your feet are hip distance apart here. Inhale your arms all the way up overhead. Bend into both elbows and grab your left wrist with your right hand and then reach over towards the right. Grab your left wrist, reach over towards the right. Your knees can stay bent or extended. Look under your left armpit. Squeeze your bum cheeks together and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Engage through your core. Come back through center. Bend in the knees always helps. And simply switch directions. You're swimming over to the other side. Press into your feet. Elongate through that side body. Look down. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Bend into your knees. Pull yourself forward. Take your hands, interlace your hands behind your back. Press down through your feet. Loop your shoulders back. Lift your heart. Lift your chest. Lift your gaze. There you go. Look up. Lift up. Squeeze your bum cheeks together. Exhale. Fold forward. Hinge at your hips. Let your belly topple towards your thighs, and your hands can stay back behind you, or maybe they float up overhead. If they don't, who cares? Don't worry about it. You're just finding things that feel good for you. Nobody else, just you. Gracefully lower your fingertips to the floor, and then inhale, pick up your spine halfway. You're creating that tabletop shape. Exhale, plant your right hand, and then plant your left hand down. Step back into a plank pose and hang out here. You could be in low plank, okay? You might be in forearm plank if this hurts your wrists. Pull your belly button in so your back body is in one long line. Drop your shoulder blades down and back and reach forward through the crown of your head. Now engage the muscles of your legs. And as you breathe here for 5 breaths, instead of getting frustrated and angry, can you imagine and believe or make believe that this too is healing something, even if you don't know what it is quite yet. Take one more big breath in through your nose. And on the exhale, press the floor away with your hands, slide your bum up high. That's downward facing dog. This time, just move your body the way you did in cat-cow, however you want. Bending one knee and then the next, maybe shifting your weight like that ski move from side to side. You could shake your head yes or no. Whatever goes, whatever flows, whatever comes into your body, just take those movements here, no rules. Reset back in downward dog. Lift your gaze towards your hands, bend into both knees, and step all the way to the top of your mat. Press your hands into your shins, lift your heart halfway in. Exhale, fold, let it go. Your legs are straight or bent. Press into your feet. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a big breath in. And let that breath go. One more big breath in. And exhale. Take your arms up like airplanes. And just start to rock from side to side. So your feet might go wider. You're just flopping your hands from left to right. Let your hips get into it too. Bending into the knees can make this a little more accessible. Close your eyes and just feel, it's fall time, so we see all those little helicopter leaves falling from the tree. Just imagine that you're free just like that, and just let your body rock from side to side. Your hands might smack against your legs and make a noise. That's okay. Let your hands get really low and then bring them back up high. Everything you do with this intention of healing, like it's sacred. Sacred if you say so. Slow it down. Come back through center. Find stillness, breathe and feel. 5 breaths. Blink, open your eyes, bend into your knees, take your hands right out in front. Draw your tailbone down. So instead of having a big arc in your lower back, your spine looks and feels neutral. Your legs are forced to work here and your palms face one another. Sink your hips 2 inches lower, draw your tailbone down, lift your gaze up. Press firm and through the four corners of both feet. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale like a waterfall, ripple down to the floor. Inhale, lift your heart and then your chest. Exhale, plant both hands, step back into plank pose, hold here, high plank, low plank, forearm plank. Whatever your flavor of the week is, go there. 5, breathe, 4, 3, 2. On 1, really slowly, could you lower right down to your tummy, right down to your tummy. We'll walk your hands outside your yoga mat and drop the tops of your feet onto the floor. Come up onto your fingertips, like you're the top of a cupcake or the root system of a tree. And push through all 10 toes, push through all 10 fingers. Inhale, peel your body up by any amount. Exhale to lower. On the next inhale, drop one shoulder and gaze over the opposite shoulder. Exhale up. Inhale, drop the opposite shoulder and gaze up and over. Exhale. And final time, just come all the way up through center, lift up a little bit higher. You're creating compression in your lower back and the pain. Release back down to the floor. Ground your hands, flex your feet, push up onto your hands and your knees. And then roll your hips to your heels before you come into downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Inhale, look forward. Step your right foot forward. Bring your fingertips to either side of your right foot. You can open that right foot by any amount and stay on the ball of your back foot. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Get really high on your fingertips, so high that they start to float, and take your hands back behind you. Squeeze your right hip back, your left hip comes forward. You're in this nice diagonal shape, and then pull your body up without making any changes to your front knee. Your hands can stay down here. If that feels good, that's cool. Otherwise, take your arms up overhead. Pull your ribs in as you track that left hip forward. Your left quad and glute fire up. Breathe here for 5. Sink deep into your front knee for 4. Draw your tailbone down for 3, 2. On 1. Straighten through your front leg. Turn that back foot parallel with the back of your yoga mat. And then reconnect with that 90-degree bend in your front knee. Set your hips level. Shoulders are right above your hips, and open your arms wide like wings. Gaze over your front middle fingers. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Everything you're doing is sacred. Everything you're doing is to heal something. So if there's pain, move around it, shift it, change it. Your legs can be wider apart. Your knee doesn't have to be 90 degrees. It can be somewhere along the spectrum that works for your knee. Your hands can be down. Wherever you go, you're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, keep that front knee bent and take your front elbow onto your knee. Your left hand comes to your hip and starts to track that left hip back like you're pulling. You can even use your hands, pulling the flesh of your left hip up and back. Tuck your left bum under. Then take your left arm up or alongside your ear. Bend a little deeper into your front knee. Breathe. 5. Side angle pose. 3. Big breath in. Exhale, press through your feet. Inhale, come up and straighten both arms and both legs. Check out your stance. If you need to bring your back foot in by any amount, you can. And now simply reach your right fingers forward. Draw your left hip back, and you'll feel that action by hugging your right bum cheek under this time. Take your right fingers to your shin, the block or floor, and extend your left arm up overhead. Breathe here for 5. Your legs are strong. 4. Reach out through the crown of your head. That's 2. On 1, push into your feet. Inhale, lift up, and take it all the way back for a revolved triangle shape. Good. Come forward. Bend into your front knee and take your right fingers forward of your right pinky toe. You might need to readjust your feet on your mat. I will, just so you can see me. Start to pick up your back leg. rotate open. So externally rotate your left leg. Your toes are facing the long side of your mat that you're looking at. And now you might take your left hand to your hip or reach up overhead. Push through your left heel. Find a place to set your eyes that feels safe and secure. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your left hand to the floor. Listen carefully. Bend into your right knee. Bend into your right knee and bring your right knee behind your left knee. Bend into your left knee and bring it behind your right knee, and then extend your left leg back out. Bend into your left knee, tap, feet, back of your right knee, and extend that leg back out. And this time, bend into your left knee, drop your bum, use your hands to help you down, come all the way to sit on your bum. So if you got lost in that transition, that's okay. You'll come to your bum, your right foot is on the outside of your left thigh. Your left knee is bent and your right knee is bent. You can always extend your bottom leg here. Now take your right hand and open your right hand back behind you, and then close it. 2 more times like that. Open your right hand back on the inhale like you're reaching for something behind you, and bring it back through center, give yourself a little help. And this time, reach your right hand back behind you, your spine gets long. Lower your right fingers to the floor, inhale your left arm up. Exhale, bend into your left elbow and push your left elbow into your right thigh. Stop sign hand with your left palm, press into your right hand, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Again, your bottom leg, your left leg can be straight if this is too much. But if you're here and you're happy here, can you work on pushing a little bit down through your right hip while keeping your spine long? And then rotate your right shoulder 1 more centimeter and follow it with your gaze. Very good. Inhale back through center. Walk your hands to the opposite side for a counter twist. Come back through neutral. Now you could stay here, or you might walk your right foot, your top foot, towards the left by any amount. This is shoelace pose. You might walk your right foot by any amount. So your knees could stack. You might look exactly how you looked before, but wherever you are, take your hands onto the floor. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, fold. Your fold might come all the way down to the floor, but if your hips start to lift and the stretch in your hip flexors goes away, retract. Rewind back up. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands back through center. Listen carefully. Roll onto your left hip. Take your right leg, and reach your right leg behind you. Now, it could come to deer pose, so you have this 90-90 shape with both legs, at which point you can fold forward. Or you come down into full pigeon pose, okay? Readjusting your body for whatever pigeon needs to look like in your own muscle and bone structure. When you get there, soften and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2. That's 1. Press your hands into the floor. Some curves and shifts. Pull your body back up to a familiar place called downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale here. Good. Inhale forward to a plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down to your tailbone. You take your hands all the way up in front, lift up your toes, and just start to swim. Push your hands forward and swim your hands back. Your toes are lifted, your pubic bone is pushing into the floor. If it's too bony, add a blanket underneath. You're just swimming, you'll start to feel heat really rapidly in this pose. Keep pushing down your pubic bone. Switch directions, so could you swim backwards?
I don't think this would really work underwater, but move your arms back behind you and then up overhead. Keep lifting those toes as you internally rotate your thighs. That means the big toes are rolling up towards the ceiling. Good, and then maybe you bend your knees and catch the outside edges of your feet or your ankles. Maybe you come down onto your belly and rest. Breathe for 5. Push your feet into your hands if you're in the bind for 3. Lift your chest, smile, and release. Your left cheek settles on the floor. Close your eyes. Shake out your bum. And just feel. Switch your head to the other side. Rest the opposite cheek on the floor. And now bring your head back through center. Place your hands on the floor. Push through your hands. Push through your knees. Let your bum slide back towards child. And then roll up into downward dog. You're in downward dog. Take your left leg and step your left leg forward. Scissor your inner thighs together and lift your heart. Come up onto your fingertips. Good. Join your fingertips and then start to lift your fingertips off the floor. Take them alongside your body, then deep into your front knee. Swivel your right hip in, your left hip back as you reach up and up to the crown of your head. Embrace the intensity as you take your arms up and lift all the way up. Keep bending into your front knee. Find a really big opening through your heart as you draw your tailbone down. And once you've found that stability, because we don't want to move when we're feeling unstable, turn your right foot parallel with the back of your yoga mat and find warrior 2. Squeeze your inner thighs together, reach your arms wide. And sink in. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Very good. On 1, take your left elbow onto your left thigh. Bring your right hand to your hip. Either stay here, reach your right arm up overhead, or elongate that right arm up over your ear. Sink deep into your front knee. Pull your inner thighs up and then back. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, press through the 4 corners of both feet. Lift up and straighten your front leg. Reach your fingers forward. Lower that left palm down towards your shin or a block as you take your right arm high. And in triangle pose, imagine you're making this triangle shape between that side body, the front of your thigh, and the interior of your arm. Squeeze your bum cheeks together so you're almost pushing your pubic bone forward and then feeling that opening, that stretch through the upper side body. Relax your toes. You can even lift them up and move them around. Push through the balls and the heels of your feet and then press down, lift up, and float back. This time we know we're going into Ardha Chandrasana, so bend into your front knee. Take your left fingers forward of your left toe and lift up your right leg. Open that right hip towards the right long edge of your yoga mat. Keep your right hand on your hip or send it high. You're breathing here with your gaze up or down or forward for 5, 4. Kick through your right heel for 3, 2. On 1, listen carefully. Take your right hand to the floor, bend your left knee, bend your right knee, and just tap the inside of your left knee with your right knee, and then extend your right leg back down. So you're just tapping the inside of your left knee and then extend back up. That one more time. Push your right leg out, and this time Really focus, go nice and slow, use your hands, you might just fall to the ground, but you're gonna come all the way to sit in this little wrapped up twist. So your left foot is pushing into the floor, really anchor through the big toe down. Your left hip is grounding, your right thigh is grounding. You could take your right leg straight. Inhale your left arm up, and then as you exhale, rotate back behind you like you're reaching for someone behind you. Inhale your left arm up. And exhale, reach back behind you. Last time, inhale your left arm up. Reach back behind you, take your right elbow with you and push it onto the outside of your left thigh. So that resistance really dominates this twist. Push through your left big toe. Push your arm into your leg. Around through your left hip, rotate your gaze, your shoulder. And now breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, twist a little deeper. And 1, release. Take your counter twist all the way around. And then pull yourself back through center. So like I said on the other side, you could stay here and just fold forward by any amount. Or walk your left foot towards the right. Maybe a few inches, maybe so far that your knees kind of stack or perfectly stack. Take your hands to the floor, inhale, exhale, fold. Getting right into your hip flexors, breathe here. Very nice, inhale, rise back up. Roll your whole body weight towards the right and take your left leg back behind you. So stack your legs in that 90-90 shape or extend your left leg all the way back, tracking your hip, your knee, and your ankle in one long line. And surrender your body down into your version of pigeon pose. Breathing here for 5 breaths on your own. Press your hands into the floor. Lift your chest back up. Again, roll onto your right hand. And this time, take both legs right out in front, all the way to the front. Flex your feet. Flex your feet. Your toes reach up to the sky. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, hug your belly in and fold forward. You might catch your feet, your ankles, or even the floor. Wherever you go, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little deeper. And you might continue to stare at your feet or look down towards your legs. Your legs can be bent, they can be straight. But you're stimulating a stretch through your hamstrings, the backs of your thighs, all the way through the back of your spine. And we'll just breathe here for 5 breaths. Good. Inhale, lift back up. Bring your legs with you. Take the soles of your feet together. Your heels come right in towards your pelvis as you interlace your hands under your feet. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. 5 breaths. Good. Inhale, rise back. Hug your knees in towards one another. Use your hands and then take your hands underneath your thighs. Lean back. Create a little hammock shape with your body as you take your legs up. Navasana boat pose. Your knees can be bent. They could be straight. Your arms can stay on your legs or stretch them out in front. Breathing here, lift your heart and your chest. Everything we're doing is sacred and here to heal. Think about that place in your body, that thought, that physical sensation, that emotion, and imagine that this work, even this core work, is the work we need to do to heal. And then I'd like you to make this a little mobile. So we've done lots of weird swimming, sensational movements today. Can you start to do that here? Like you're stuck or you're trapped in a giant puddle of quicksand and you need to get out. You're just moving and shifting your body. And maybe up really high, maybe down really low. You're just moving intuitively. Hopefully nobody's watching you. You can just go and just feel it. And your core will start to burn. Your legs might start to burn. But the end is nice. Move, move, move. Building some heat. And then collect your knees in and find your way down onto your back. When you get there, hug those beloved knees into your chest and therapeutically rock from side to side. Place the soles of your feet onto the floor. Ground through the four corners of your feet. As soon as they meet the earth, inhale, lift your whole pelvic floor up. And if it's available to you, interlace your hands behind your back. Lift up your toes, spread your toes, and then pin them down into the floor. Pin your big toe mounds, then your heels into the floor, and lift your inner arches. Squeeze your bum cheeks together, lift your pubic bone higher, and draw your chin into your chest so your neck is long. You can stay here or walk your hands underneath your back to push you up a few inches more. Maybe come onto your tippy toes. You can stay here or you can begin to flirt with extension of one leg followed by some nice circles of your ankle joint. And if you've chosen to go into that extension, I'll ask that you lower that leg and try it on the other side. Rolling out your ankle joint again. And now both toes, both feet lower to the ground, your hands release, and your whole body sinks and melts onto the floor. Take your feet mat distance apart and drop both knees to the right. Pull those legs up, drop both knees to the left. This time drop both knees to the right, open your arms wide, look over your left fingers. Breathe here for 5 breaths. You might take your right ankle over your left leg for some added stretch through that left hip. This is my favorite yoga adjustment to give when we can be in each other's presence. But for now, this is pretty darn close. Release, keep your feet mat distance apart. Come through center, do what you need to do, and then shift over to the other side. And again, you could stay here or give yourself that adjustment by just placing your left ankle over your right thigh. Feel that shearing, that tension releasing along your right side body, and breathe here. 5 breaths. Delicious. Release your legs, bring them back to center. Rock your knees side to side again. And if you'd like to practice your Yoga Nidra from a flat, plain vanilla Shavasana, just go ahead and lie down right here. You will be in this position for the next 15 to 20 minutes. So get comfortable. If you've got a bed or a couch or a futon nearby, go and lie there. So maybe you can just let this take you right into a really early bedtime.
If you'd like to add props, which is absolutely fine, you might take a bolster underneath your legs. Or what I like to do is come into heart bed. So I've taken a bolster vertical beneath my spine, a little blanket on top to help elevate my head. So instead of my head dropping back or scrunching forward, everything feels nice and level. In this shape, I'll extend my arms, but you could take yours on your tummy. Your knees could be bent or extended. So find your shape. I'm going to give you a full minute to find your shape here. If you've already found it, please close your eyes and just start to settle in. You want to be extremely comfortable here. Lying down somewhere that feels comfortable and safe and supportive. You want to light candles or incense or put on some really calming music, you can do that. And assuming you've found your place for our yoga nidra, or departure into a space where we're not quite awake and not quite asleep, go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide, exhale completely. Allow your body to become really, really heavy, like there's a ton of bricks, or maybe better, one of those weighted blankets has just been draped over your body from your toes right up to the tops of your shoulders. Imagine an eye pillow has just been placed over your eyes. Start to encounter this feeling of complete surrender. And as your physical body begins to move into a state of rest and stillness, can your mental body connect to your heartfelt desire? What do you desire? What do you need right now? Listen to what comes up. Don't judge it. Don't edit it. Just listen. What do you need? What do you desire? And with whatever comes up, can you use that to set an intention for this yoga nidra practice? For example, I need love. So I will set the intention to open myself to giving and receiving compliments and time and experiences with others. And now can you start to uncover your inner resources to take you there? In my example, what have I done in the past that has catapulted me to a place of love? Gone on blind dates. Said yes instead of no. Been courageous in the face of fear. What inner resources do you have? What have you done before? Do you know is inside of you that can help you make this intention real, that can help this heartfelt desire come to fruition? People, money, time, energy, intellect, resources. What resources do you have that can make this intention come to fruition? Marinate in that for a moment. And now bring the attention to the soles of your feet and relax completely the soles of both of your feet. Relax each of your toes and the spaces between your toes. Relax the tops of each foot, the circumference of your ankles. Relax your calves and your shins. Relax your kneecaps. Soften your quads and your hamstrings, your bum and your hips. In fact, your whole pelvis relaxes. Soften and relax your pelvic floor. Relax your stomach, your ribs, chest, collarbone, both shoulders, all the way down through each arm. Relax, relax, relax. And let your hands, your wrists, your fingers, and even your fingernails become so, so heavy. Your throat, the skin, and the muscles of your neck relax completely. And so does your jaw. Relax your jaw. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth, and each of your teeth becomes so, so soft. It feels like they could fall right out. There's no effort in your face, your lips, and your cheeks are relaxed. Your eyes are so soft you can feel the connection between your upper and bottom eyelid. Even the muscles behind your eyes are relaxed. Both ears so, so soft. Your forehead, your head, each of the hairs that grows on your head as relaxed, as quiet, as still as can be. Start to become aware of your breath. In this body that's heavy and light all at once, notice your breath. And as emotions and feelings distract you from your breath, welcome those feelings. Don't turn away, don't push them away. Invite them in for a sweet cup of tea and start to really witness each of your thoughts, the good, the bad, the beautiful, and the ugly. This is what it's like to be human. Remind yourself what it feels like to experience joy. Take yourself to a joyful memory or a joyful sensation in your body. Linger there a little longer than you think you should. Can you embody the physicality of that joy? Where do you feel it? In your heart, your tummy, your smile? for just observing yourself without moving, without doing, without consuming information, relationships. You're simply observing yourself in a state of stillness. For the next few minutes, I invite you to reflect on all of that, on any of that, on none of that, as you stay completely idle in the shape you've chosen. I will call you out after 5 minutes and give you the option to just remain here. But some time for silent reflection comes now. Bon voyage. Can you soften even more? Give yourself permission to do nothing, to rest. If this feels like you've accessed that place where you don't want to go, you don't want to leave, rather, like you're hovering between a waking and sleeping state, please feel free to simply close this video and linger here as long as you need to, as long as you want tonight. If you've chosen to come out of this shape to close your practice, simply take a deep breath in through your nose. Stay still as you exhale through your mouth. And then begin to wiggle your toes, just your toes. Start to wake up your toes. Move your feet and your ankles, any kind of movements to begin to awaken your feet and your ankles. Now both legs start to move, little tiny shifts or rocks. You might even reach them up towards the sky, whatever feels called. Start to move your pelvis and your hips, maybe beginning to roll your body side to side. You might roll off your props at this point. Slowly, slowly, slowly roll over to either side. Push into the floor. Come to sit. Rather than sitting in stagnation, can you right away start to wake up your tummy and your back? So you're just rotating your body around in these really healing therapeutic circles and shifts. Now move your shoulders, wake your shoulders up, wake your arms and your hands up. Again, really cautious, conscious rather movement. Even your head and your neck start to move in a way that feels good, that feels healing. Take your hands, rub your hands together in front of your chest really, really quickly so you're brewing a little bit of chi or prana, magic energy between your palms. And you remember that place you placed your hands on to heal when we first started? Could you take these hands full of energy and prana and place them back to that spot? Close your eyes, 5 deep breaths. Peel your hands back to your heart center. All the work that you did was designed to help you heal. I hope you feel something. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth wide, exhale. And sing just one Om if you'd like. Inhale. your thumbs to your third eye, press them there.